saying that you know we have wars, we pollute the Why, hello there YouTube and welcome back to 31, and we're on day 9 now, and we're on the final day of Vincent Price Week. And for that one today I'm reviewing The Monster Club. So this is a horror comedy anthology that stars Vincent Price and John Carradine, two fine men in horror. That features Donald Pleasance. So in this, John Carradine plays a fictionalized version of a horror writer called R. Chetwynd Hayes, who encounters this man in the streets at night who is starving and malnourished, and he reveals to be a vampire and bites into him, played by Vincent Price, and only drinks a bit of his blood, enough to get him by, and thanks him for his donation of blood. And the vampire introduces himself as Amos, and to show him a token of his appreciation, he takes him to this club that he's a member of, the Monster Club. And in the Monster Club, he tells him about monsters such as shadmocks, vampires, ghouls, werewolves, and all monsters that he knows of. And then, to help him with his horror writing, because he's a bit of a struggling writer, he tells him 3 stories which play out into segments in the film. The first one being the Shadmocks, where a woman goes to this mansion and comes across like hybrid demons of sorts. Then we go to the second segment, which is the vampires, where we see this timid son and seduced by vampirism, and we get Donald Pleasance in that one playing the priest. Then in the final segment we get the ghouls, where a film director goes to this strange village and the people there are all ghoulish and strange and creepy. And then at the end, he feels that he should be part of the Monster Club. All the other monsters are like, he's a human, he's not a monster. But then, Amos, Amos, makes a point saying that humans are basically monsters, saying that we have wars, we pollute the earth, we have had many conflicts, we've had serial killers and monster hunters. Basically his character puts it perfectly, and basically he's kind of right. We are monsters. We are real monsters that do real things to the planet and stuff, and to other people, and that and as I say, I always like to think monsters are a metaphor, because monsters come in so many different shapes and forms. Like, for example, in Greek mythology, you can look at Greek monsters and think, yeah, they're Greek creatures and that, like the Minotaur, Medusa, and there are other things like dragons and from Old English. Like I said, that was a pretty good moment when Vincent did that. And then at the end, they welcomed their new member with a funky tune, and I like that. So, likes and dislikes. First of all, I loved this film so much, and I loved Vincent Price's performance with John Carradine. They're both great horror icons, and I just loved every single scene with them two in it. And when it took like breaks in between the segments, we got to see a music number performed on stage, which I liked as well. I liked the bands they had in this, and the music and the singing. It was just such a cool, funky film, and I really liked it. I would have just been happy, or of Price and Carradine just sat in the bar and him telling him these stories. I feel like he could have just told him them stories, and we didn't need to go into these segments. That's how much I was loving it with them two. But I do like the segments we get in there. My favourite one, of course, is the second one with the vampires, with Donald Pleasance, and the ghouls segment. I'd say the weakest of the three segments was the first one, the Shagmox. I don't remember much about that one when I saw it, but everything else with this film, it's just a blast, and I love it. I love the final scene when they're all welcoming Chaewin to the Monster Club, and they even have that song they sing as well, that "Welcome to the Monster Club." Yeah, I love that song, and it's a catchy tune, and I like it, and it has some good visual effects in there too. This came out in 1981, including a scene where a woman's singing and strips all the way down till she's bones, which again we don't see. We see like from behind a curtain, and it like all become cartoony effects. I actually like that, and all the extras in the club. Apart from a few of them being in like proper makeup and prosthetics, like the werewolf guy, the rest we can see and tell that they're people in Halloween costumes and Halloween masks. But I don't care. Everyone's having a ball, everyone's dancing and singing and having a good time. It's just a great movie, and I just could watch this. In fact, I have watched it again, and again I enjoyed it a second time. I'd not seen this movie till like a couple months ago, when I thought, what, I've never watched this film, I really need to check it out, and I'm so glad I did, because I enjoyed it, and I'll probably watch it again for a third time, maybe a fourth time. So yeah, Vincent Price and John Carradine, you can tell that they were both friends. Well, they were friends in real life with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, and the four of them lot were great horror icons together. I like to think of them as the four horsemen of horror. They're that good. Great quartet of horror icons there. 2 from Britain, 2 from America. So anyway, yes. What am I going to rate this one? You know what, this is easy for me. It gets a 5 stabs out of 5. 5 stabs out of 5 for the Monster Club. So there you go. That's it for this one. So have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I have been Random Ross, and this has been 31, day 9, and it is the end of Vincent Price week. Yeah, it's been fun doing this week, but now we must go on to our next week, and this one it will be 7 days, because like I said, we did 2 extra days for this week because it started last weekend the month. But yeah, for the next 7 days from tomorrow, we will have a new theme, and that theme is 80s week, where it will obviously be 80s horror, films that came out in the 80s, or films that didn't come out in the 80s but are heavily set in the 80s, which I will explain more in tomorrow's video. So yeah, I will see you all then, and until next time, don't have nightmares.